Hello fellow citizens and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tony and this is the 15-minute gamer channel. So Star Citizen, I've not been on it as much lately, which is why the videos have kind of dried up. To be fair, I've got a bit sick of the development process at the moment. I've just moved on to other games and having a bit more fun because I was finding Star Citizen becoming a little bit tedious. So I've moved on to other stuff. Anyway, this came up and I was like, you know what? This would be fun to cover. So this is the ship showdown. It runs from September 9th to September 23rd with the winner crowned on September 24th. So basically from now until September 23rd, Star Citizen is free to play. And we're giving you access to test fly all 16 ships in the showdown. And if you're finding it hard to say goodbye, these 16 ships will be available to pledge for while they remain in the tournament. So once they're in there, you can pledge for them for a limited time. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to look through the 16 ships that are available. I then have a spreadsheet. Yes, a spreadsheet. Keeping it real. And I'm going to go through each round, each versus, and we're going to pick one and see who I pick at the end. I've got a good idea who it might be, but we're going to have a look. So the ships are the Carrack, the Reclaimer, the Caterpillar, the Prospector, the Gladius, the Banu Defender, the Hammerhead, the Eclipse, the Cutlass Black, the Connie, the Avenger Titan, the Renault Core, the Prowler, the Valkyrie, the 890 Jump, and the Razer. So round one is the Carrack versus the Reclaimer. Currently, as you can see, the Carrack is smashing it there. Then them two. So what we're going to do is jump in the spreadsheet, and I'm going to talk through each one and why I would pick. I've flown every one of these ships, apart from the Reliant. I always want to say a Renault, but yeah, apart from the Reliant, I think I have flown all of these ships. So yeah, let's talk through them, and we're going to see who wins in my opinion. Of course, it's my opinion. If you want to comment below and say who you would want to win, or you disagree with anything I'm saying, or even agreeing, which would be good, then yeah, comment. So, a very exciting spreadsheet is to come. And who doesn't love a spreadsheet? So here we go. Round one, fight. Carrack versus Reclaimer. For me, there's only one winner here. It's the Carrack. It didn't take that much to think about. Both of these ships technically don't have a use in the verse as such, because the Carrack is obviously the Explorer ship, which there isn't exploring gameplay yet because there's only one verse to play around in. The Reclaimer is a salvage ship. Salvage isn't in the game yet. Once salvage is in the game, the Reclaimer might possibly beat the Carrack because there is other ships out there that you can explore in that are maybe a little bit better suited. But the Carrack just wins it. It looks awesome. I love the dual bridge. It's got the little hangar for the ship. It's got loads of space. And I love the way the ramp... I think there should be another way to get in it, though. I think around the back end, there should be another, like, entry for passengers or something, because that big ramp just takes too long, and also to the front. So when you land it, when you claim it in a hangar, you've then got to walk all the way around to the front. I love the guns on it and how they're protected by the landing gear. When the landing gear goes down, it tips. Them like kind of shield things, which kind of gives a little bit of extra protection. I like that. And for me, it's got to be the Carrack. There's no arguing on that one. And you can see by the community, the community is agreeing with that as well. So, number two, Cat versus Prospector. I own both of these. Well, I did own the Prospector. They're kind of different vehicles. I probably would have put the Cat versus the Mole if I was going to put anything. Cat is obviously the cargo hole-in-one, which can carry so much cargo. The Prospector is a mining vehicle, so you can go on the planets and asteroids and mine. Looks-wise, the Cat probably takes it. Use in the verse at the moment, especially when we're talking about making money, the Cat gets it again. The Prospector, you can make money on it, but it's hit and miss. Like, I took it out for 3 or 4 runs, and one run I made about 4-5 grand. Like, it just took hours. Whereas the cat, if you do a scrap run or the run from Hurston across to Beztech, you can make, if you've got the money, you can make 90, 100, 200,000 a run. Same with the character as well. You can make quite a bit of money out of that. The cat looks awesome. I love the way the caterpillar looks. And also in the future, it's going to have the detachable crew bit where you fly from. So you can actually go racing. Apparently, that could be fun. And also, it's going to have interchangeable modules inside of it at some point. So you might be able to put a hangar in there, which would be really good. And, once all the exploration, gameplay, and cargo decks is fitted out, the cat's just going to have way more use. Unless if they up the amount of money you make from mining, then the cat takes that all day long. So, for round 2, our first battle is the Carrack versus the cat. Next up, the Gladius versus the Banu. This is a tougher one. I've not thought about these before coming on cam. I thought it would be more interesting to do it so you can hear what I'm thinking. The Gladius is a light fighter. It's one of the test ships in the game as well. So when they put new hoods and the weapon rack it's just been given, this is where they test it. The Banu is an alien ship, which looks wise, Banu wins. Usability wise, the Banu, you can go inside of it and you can store boxes, so you can actually do box running in it, which you can't do in the Gladius. The sound of the Banu is just amazing. Like, it's incredible. It sounds awesome when it's just flying around and you hear it fly overhead. It's you can hear it's a Banu, and straight away you're like, yeah, I know that's a Banu. The Gladius, what does that have going for it? It's nimble, it's quick, it's got better weapons. The Banu weapons aren't as good. They're kind of like, I think they're called singe weapons, and it can be a little bit hitty missy with it. The Gladius you can pimp up quite well to be a really decent fighting ship. However, when it comes between the light fighters, for me the Arrow should be in there. If it was the Arrow versus the Banu, it would maybe be a harder decision. But for me, just on the fact of the looks, the sound, and the way it operates, it's the Banu. It's got to be the Banu. I love that ship. I didn't sell it, but I traded in for the Pirate Caterpillar, and I regretted it. As soon as I did that, I regretted it fully. I might actually think about getting it back in this event. I'll see how much it is. Obviously, it has the alien tax. Like, the Gladius is maybe £80. The Banu was a lot. I think it might even be upwards of like 160, 170, 180. So, yeah, cost-wise, the Gladius would probably win because it's a very capable ship. But no, on a lot of the things I'm looking for in the game, the Banu wins. Next up, we have the Hammerhead versus the Eclipse. Now, the Hammerhead is I would say multi-crew tank. It is huge. The Eclipse can take down the Hammerhead if you hit it in the right place 3 times. The Eclipse is like a stealth torpedo bomber. It looks incredible. However, the more fun I've had in the game is with the Hammerhead. It's so fun to get multi-crewed going around. It's also pretty indestructible, awesome firepower. I love the look of it as well. The Eclipse, don't get me wrong, looks amazing, but again, very limited in what it can do. Whereas the Hammerhead, you could technically, you can store boxes in it, cargo, that sort of thing, which you're not going to get from the Eclipse. So I'm going to pick the Hammerhead. Yeah, Hammerhead's going to win there. Next up, Cutty Black versus Connie. Cutty Black versus Connie. The Cutty Black is my favorite ship in the game. It's, in a utility mindset, it can do anything. You can kit it out to be a decent fighter. It can carry cargo. You can store vehicles in it. And it works. The Connie has quite a few problems, like the table doesn't work, the turrets don't work. It also is a little bit vulnerable. It had loads of shield holes as well. Looks wise, the Connie probably takes it a little bit. I love the lighting on it. When you're standing in the bridge looking forward, it looks amazing. Also, the fact is, this is only the Andromeda version. This isn't the other versions. If it was maybe one of the other versions, I might have went for it. But the Cutty Black just takes it just out of pure practicality. You can land it on planets easier. It's not as slow. Going in and out of atmosphere is not as bad. And you can just kit it out way better. The Connie has way more missiles, which is one thing it probably having its advantages. Looks-wise, probably a little bit better. But I think when you look overall, for me, it's going to have to be the Cutty. So next up, we have the Avenger Titan versus the Core. The Avenger Titan. I don't like the Core at all. No, I don't like any of them variants. I just don't think they look very good. I've never seen one that looks practical. I've also never really seen them in the verse, which I think just tells you a lot about them. No one seems to buy them. I've seen plenty of Avengers, and I love the Avenger Titan again. It's got the bed in, it's got cargo space in, it packs a bit of a punch as well. It looks cool. I love to fly it around. So, without going too much into it, I think the Titan's going to have to win this one. The Core, yeah, I'm not sold, so it's going to be the Cutty versus the Titan. Next up, we have the Prowler versus the Valkyrie. Valkyrie is a drop ship and a kind of very resemblance of a... Well, in fact, they're both drop ships. The Prowler is the alien version. The Valkyrie is bigger, larger, more cargo space. I love the side parts which have the Gatling guns on them because it kind of reminds me of like a Black Hawk helicopter, and I think that is so cool. When the doors open, these two Gatling guns are just sitting there. The Prowler is the alien version, which is a bit smaller. It's more of a drop ship. However, it does have the best cockpit design ever because it's all just like blacked out, and then you press the button, it all like, it's almost like the screens turn on, you can see outside. But I love the Valkyrie. I think it looks better. I think you can do more with it. I love the side guns and everything about the Valkyrie. And in fact, even though I'm really off Star Citizen at the moment, I'm a bit annoyed with how it's developing. I probably would like to add a Valkyrie to my roster, depending on how much it is. And finally up in the game is the 890 versus the Razer. I just had to go off there and check. I was like, have I typed something wrong? The 890 versus the Razer. These are two totally different. I thought I'd done something wrong. I haven't. So the 890i is the massive, big luxury cruiser, which you might see sometimes in the verse and go, what the hell is that? It's quite strong. It's powerful. It looks awesome. The Razer is a small racing ship, single crew. It's the one you might see if you're around Hurston, just outside New Deal. It's that one. So, two very different ships here. It's going to have to be the 890. It's going to have to be. I don't know why the Razer's in there to me. That's pretty unfair. But I do like the 890. I have a bit of a soft spot for it. And every time I see one, I do kind of go, ooh, and kind of admire that person has that ship. I'm like, oh, they must have a lot of money that I don't have. So, yeah, the 890. I am going to go for that. Yeah. So, round 2, which we will do tomorrow, I think. We'll end the video there because a nice little introduction to what we're doing. And tomorrow we'll do the semi-final and the final and the champion. And then we can compare with how it's going on the thing as well. So we've got the Carrack versus, in my opinion, the Carrack versus the Cat, the Banu versus the Hammerhead, the Cutty versus the Titan, and the Valkyrie versus the 890. So let's see how that matches up in the next few days. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.